live with you guys on YouTube in a row, second day in a row. So I'm so happy to the new subscribers that have joined. I'm just so thankful. I love it. And so, as you know, I talk about many different things. I love to talk about things that I've been through myself or have helped somebody through, witnessed somebody through, things, share things with you that I've lived in my own life, mistakes I've made, ways that I've learned. I do believe that we're all here to help one another. And so tonight's topic is about grief, understanding it, and supporting other people who may be having grief, and also yourself if and when you're in a time of grief. It's a very heavy subject for people that are in the midst of something like this. We're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about all of it. And grief isn't just about death. That's another big thing. It can come from a loss of a relationship. It can come from losing a job. It could come from not living in the same area that you used to live in. You could have grief because of health issues, right? Because certain health issues affect you in certain ways, right? You could have grief because of a dream, right? It could bring stuff to the surface to make you remember. You could have grief just even missing the way that life used to be. And I'm sharing this today because I think that I myself am having some sort of grief, a way, kind of like the way things used to be for me. And so it made me think, you know what, if I'm struggling with some type of thing like this, I know a lot of other people could also feel the support as I would because of it. So it's not about just death, guys. Grief is like many things. So the goal tonight is to help you understand grief, how to cope with grief, and for you to know how to support yourself and other people in the midst of grief, okay? If you are experiencing grief, I want you to know that you're not alone, and that is why I show up, okay? So let's first talk about, thank you for saying hello. Please also let me know where you're tuning in from if it's your first time. If you are already a subscriber, I would love for you to put a thumbs up in the chat. And if you're new, if you want to hit the bell, I would love for you to subscribe. I would love to know where you are from. So we're going to talk about first what grief really is. And so grief is like literally just a natural response to loss. And again, it's not just losing somebody. It's our natural response to losing anything. Deepu, good morning, good evening. It is about 10 o'clock where I live in Connecticut in the United States. It's good morning for you, so good morning. So grief is emotional, it's mental, it's physical, it's spiritual for some people, right? And some feelings that you can have with grief. Obviously, you get sadness, anger, guilt, frustration, numbness, anxiety, and even people get relief. Brazil, how are you, Jefferson? Nice to see you on tonight. So it's just a natural response to loss of any type. And grief is not linear. Unfortunately, it's not. You may feel it at one moment, and then at the next moment, you could feel overwhelmed. Just know that it's not linear, and it's completely normal to go through many different emotions at many different times. There's like no fine line with it. And everybody is so different with grief too. It is not linear. Everybody goes through it differently. There's literally no right way to grieve. It's more about, we're gonna get into what it's more about. So, types of grief. There's normal grief. Hi, Jaga. Appreciate you, Deepu. There's normal grief, which is when you lose somebody or something, right? And you cry, you get sad, you can't sleep, you don't want to eat. There's complicated grief. This is so many types of grief. I was unaware of this before I planned this live with you guys. And then complicated grief is one that lingers and it interferes with daily life, and it could last for months or even years. Then there's something called anticipatory grief, which is grief before a loss actually happens. Like if you're taking care of a sick family member, maybe you're taking care of your dog and your animal, and you know that your animal has health conditions. So there's anticipatory grief. There's disenfranchised grief, which is grief that's not socially recognized, like losing a pet, having a miscarriage, for any ladies that might have been through one of those like I have, or just even an estranged relationship. And then there's also collective grief, which I think a lot of us are going through right now as well, believe it. Collective grief is shared by the communities after tragedies or disasters happen, okay? Understanding the type of grief can help you know how to cope and what kind of support to get to help you through it. So grief affects us so differently, okay? Emotionally, like I said already, you could be sad, you could feel hopelessness, you could feel guilt. Whew. You could feel numb to life. You could have fear, mood swings, anxiety could be triggered easy. Now for physical effects, you could have crazy headaches. You could end up feeling fatigued and tired. You could feel like your chest is like tight as can be, right? You could feel just not like you want to eat anything, having a loss of appetite. You could have trouble sleeping. It literally affects your body. And your brain releases stress hormones as you are dealing with grief. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you. So as for the cognitive effects of grief on somebody, you'll have difficulty concentrating. You'll forget things a lot and you'll be easily confused. And you might even question the purpose of life and the meaning behind life. And spiritual effects of grief as well. You start questioning faith. You feel disconnected, completely disconnected and isolated. And you start searching for meaning, right? Grief is totally multifaceted. Hi, Evelyn. Where are you from? Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber here on YouTube with me, I'd love that. Please put a thumbs up if you're already a subscriber. Yeah, but it's so multifaceted. So understanding this helps us validate our experience instead of judging it. Thank you, Tyler. It's literally just thrown back. But thank you. And the more self-compassion you can have on yourself or other people going through grief, it's just going to be more of a process of healing, a more effective process of healing. So next we're going to talk about how grief can affect people. It's painful. Have any of you ever experienced grief? If you would like to tell me in the chat, I'd like to know. Are you currently experiencing grief? Have you ever experienced grief? It's painful, guys, but at the same time, it can also be very transformative because it teaches us empathy by letting us understand the pain of other people. And it can show us what we value most in our life. It can motivate healing within ourselves, self-care, and it can give meaningful connection. And grief can also help us to grow resilient, patient. It's beautiful. So how can we cope with grief? That's really what I wanted to bring to you friends tonight. The first thing that's most important is to allow yourself to feel. And if you know somebody that's grieving, same with them. Allow them to feel. You can give yourself permission to scream, to cry, or just to be quiet and silent and isolated for a little while. Just avoid numbing grief with constant distraction, though, because it delays your healing. That's a big point. But whatever you're feeling, let it be. Grandma passed away around 2 years ago. My grandma did too, 3 years ago. And that was some of the most grief I've experienced because I lived with her growing up. So she was basically a second mom. So you know, Tyler, you know exactly what it's like to grieve. And you know, it makes me wonder too, some people grieve many times in their life and it's not always the same. This one person could lose and not many things and grieve many times. And each situation and each grief process, even with one person, it's not linear. It's always different. Hi, Mensada. Oh, hold on, guys, my phone. Okay. Yeah, so it's different. And it's important to express your grief when you're in the process. Hi, Max. Hi, nice to see you, Max. You'd like to talk about thermodynamics. Is there anything particular with thermodynamics? This one is specifically about grief. But what is it about thermodynamics you want to talk about? Because I can definitely make that a future live for you if it's something that literally fascinates you, which it is a fascinating topic. So express it, whatever you're feeling, guys, with whatever it is that you might do. For one person, it could be art. That's not me. I am not artistic. The most artistic I can get is writing poetry and music that I don't really sing. Yes, you do, Bubby.
Can I get off soon?
Nope, 8:30. It's after 8:30.
Can I just eat this and then...
And so that's one way. Or you can do it. We're not talking right now. Or we can do turn it down now. Or you can do it through music. You could talk to somebody. You could journal, which is what I love to do. Tyler, thank you. I'm always saying that I'm more creative, and I cannot draw very well, but I was proud of myself because on YouTube, here where we are right now, you can color by like watching little steps, and I've done that before, and I have made some. I could show you guys if you want me to. Tell me in the chat after. Hi, Jessie. And I was able to actually draw something outside of a stick figure at 40 years old. I was so proud of myself, so thank you. I'll keep you posted on my drawing techniques. Nice to see you, Richard. Please don't interrupt me anymore. I'm doing something important, honey. I'll be done in 5 minutes, okay? So another way is to do rituals, like if you want to light candles and just be with whatever you're feeling. You could plant flowers in memory of if it's grieving over losing somebody. Remind me at the end, Tyler, okay? I think I still have it up there. I'll show you. And I'm proud of it, okay? When I show you, I am proud of it. You could make memory boxes. That's a good one. And it's important to care for your body with grief. I have struggled with this one, but it is so important to make sure you eat properly, sleep, and just be gentle on your body. Like even just move gently and take it easy because your body's like literally grieving. Like it affects you so much. And just even taking like a short walk during a grief process can help get you clarity and help relieve stress hormones for your healing, okay? And seek support, guys. I have so humbled myself when it comes to asking for support because I used to be like, no, I got this all on my own. It is good to seek help, guys. We are all here for each other. There is support for like everything these days, which is why I love living in this time because support is there. Therapists, grief groups, spiritual guys, if you go to church, pastors, whatever it may be. And talk with people who understand because it's going to help normalize what you're going through, and that's important for your healing too. Healing is not a schedule with grief at all. Some days might feel heavier, some days are going to be lighter, and that's okay. It might be a roller coaster up and down, and that's okay too. Try to just have compassion for yourself and for anybody you know if they're going through grief without judgment. The best you can. And just know also that feeling angry and guilty, that's normal. It's normal. It doesn't make you a bad person when you're grieving to feel these things. It is so normal. And also to avoid comparing your grief journey to anybody else's grief journey too. Because like I said, everybody's is different. Every situation is different. For one person, you can lose many different things. And everybody's situation with grieving is always different. So one thing daily, guys, it will help you. Tiny steps of normalcy, okay? Tiny steps of things like taking a short walk or making a phone call or having a mindful meal. Those tiny steps will rebuild your life back to being normal in time. Nice to meet you, Alone. Hey, not sure. Okay. Hi, Tony. How do we support each other when we're grieving? I don't know what you mean, Alone, honey. So if you see somebody grieving, just listen more than you speak because them talking, if they're willing to talk, is going to help them to relay what they're feeling, to relay all of it, what they're thinking about, whatever it might be. And try to avoid the cliche, the saying, it's time to move on, right? Or everything happens for a reason. And it's better just to offer your presence instead of trying to fix their problems because you can't fix their problems. Just being there, though, is a big help. And so that's really important. Even just sitting quietly with somebody grieving is enough. Arizona, I love Arizona. One of my favorite places. Guys, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm from Connecticut, but I love Arizona. So It's important, guys, to be there for other people. And just remember, everybody, even though grief is painful, everybody has their own process. It's grieving is proof that people are able to love and connect and love other people and humanity. And feeling overwhelmed or lost does not mean you're weak. It means you're so human, right? So just give yourself grace, give other people grace, take it a day at a time, and a moment at a time. And if you're supporting someone in grief, your presence matters. I will say that and make that known. You don't need the perfect words, just being there, being present matters a lot. And if you're personally grieving right now, I want you to know that you're not alone, no matter how deep the pain might feel for you. There's a light at the end of the tunnel for you. There sure is. Have love for yourself and compassion for yourself. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for being here tonight. You're grieving a goldfish that drowned. Aw, thank you. You know, White Wolf, honestly, I think we're having a collective grieving process because I have had this, and this is what gave me the topic tonight, this intense headache that's on and off, and it's like, it's not typical for me since then, and I think it's just the collective grief with that. And right before that, what had happened, he is a saint. I do believe in God. Absolutely. He is a saint. He is a saint. That's what made me think of this because, oh my goodness, so many different emotions stirred up and it was more like a what in the heck is going on? But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, guys. Thank you for being here tonight. Like literally, thank you so much. I hope that you subscribe so I can see you guys again because I am starting to see some familiar faces. Joseph, absolutely. And I do believe that it's going to come back even more. We are not going to have him, right? Because he's with God now. But I do believe his legacy is definitely not going to die. And so many more people are going to kind of like, nobody's going to be who he was. He was definitely divine from God. Like he was definitely appointed with a mission. And his passing is awful. But I believe that awful is going to turn into something better. I believe a lot of people are just fed up and they're going to speak their truth and they're going to live righteously just like he did. He was the best example of what I want my boys to be like. He is the best thing of what I would want my husband to be. He was just, he was so smart and could say exactly what he had to say with love and compassion. Oh my gosh, I watch this guy. I watched him all the time, like probably a lot of you have, and I learned so much from him. And every time I watched him, I'd get goosebumps. I'd be like, yes, God, yes. Like that just, how do you argue that? It's truth. It's truth. You can't, it's truth. And truth still exists, even though Charlie Kirk is gone. Truth still exists, and I believe it exists even more. So that gave me the topic of grieving. Guys, we are seriously, if this conversation helped you, leave a comment, share your story, or just say I'm here, because we are in this together. We are in this together, guys. We are. I do not know habla español. I want to show you that picture, though, if I can find it before I say goodnight. Guys, if you hit the bell and you follow me, I go live like all the time. Hi, Noodles. I love your name. I go live, not all the time. I try to go live here once a week. Today was bonus. I was live last night and tonight it was bonus because I felt compelled to talk about grief. But let me see if I can show you guys the picture before I go to bed. Okay, this is my daughter's. This is mine. Oh, it's a little bit ripped now, but let me see. All right. Oh, I'm excited to show you my artwork. So my daughter Juliet is, I homeschool two of my kids. Juliet is 9 and Jackson is 7. So Juliet is such an artist. And so she's like, Mommy, you really can draw, because she can draw. I'm like, honey, I've tried to draw my whole life. I'm 40 years old and I cannot draw. And so she's like, no, you really can. So she went on YouTube and she found the step-by-step video. So the first one I ever drew was a cherubim angel. Thank you, Buster. Thank you for the heart noodles. Oh. And so Juliet's unicorn came out like this. And my unicorn, actually I did this right in April of this year. I put the date. I put it on the fridge. There's mine. Then after the, see, there's my art friend that wanted to see the art still here before I get off. I was hoping so. So that's Juliet's on top and that's mine below. And then the following week, I said, that was fun. Let's draw something else. And we decided, Bob Ross, yes, Tyler, yes. And so then after that, we did another one. And this is the one I am so proud of. Tyler, you're really boosting my confidence with this. But no, check this one out, honey. This is the cherubim angel I did. So again, step by step. But guys, little moves at a time. And I was not able to draw anything. And look at my angel. Like, I love, the head's a little bit bigger, I think. But look at the angel on the cloud. So those are the only two artworks I've done. But it shows that whatever you want to do, guys, I can. And then you start practicing. I can. I will let you guys know when my book comes out. I have to finish editing it. I've been saying this for 2 months, and it's been hard with time, but it is coming. It's going to be coming out on Amazon. If you're following me, I will be talking about it a lot once it is submitted finally correctly. And I'm so excited for you guys to read it if it helps you. My book is about, if you've been with somebody toxic, how to escape a toxic relationship and that it doesn't break you and you actually have a brighter future than you can imagine. So I'm super excited for it to come out. It is on my fridge. It is. I was going to even laminate it, but now look at it. It's all crumpled up because I have the teens in the house and myself brushing against it. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say before I jump off? Or are we good to say good night? I probably won't be on again until next week, but we'll see. Never know. So make sure you hit the bell on YouTube because I might surprise you and come on before. Any topics you guys ever want to talk about in the future, tell me. I don't know if that friend that said thermodynamics was for real or not, serious or not. But literally, if there's anything that you ever, put it in the chat, please, before I get off, and I will write it down. This is the thing. Bless you, bless you. I love going live because I love learning myself. I love connecting with other people. I love bringing people hope, letting you guys know that you are not alone, bringing love. Guys, step away. And so if there's anything specifically that you're into, let me know. You like these pink things? This is my backup pair. Yeah, that's my back. This is my backup pair, so. Yes, Angelo, I appreciate you, absolutely. Life is all about love, guys, literally. All about love. And having compassion, even for yourself. That's like most important to me. Lots of grace, lots of love. All right, everybody, I have to head off. I was so happy to see a lot of new faces tonight. Thank you, friends. I'll see you guys again soon, okay? I appreciate you guys so very much. Look at, I got some top fans. Gussin, Gold Rock did that. Alex Lonzo, Alone Village, Saturday. You guys are amazing. All right, friends. Oh, let me do this here. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. It was nice hanging out with you on a Tuesday night. Good night, Tyler. Good night, guys.